offer this. I'm happy to offer this option to have those of you who'd like to stay home do that, take the advantage of the training. The purpose of having it in person was to get a lot of you in here so that if you needed hands-on help, we are here. So there's a bunch of other people here today helping us with that. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to share my screen. And the slideshow that I'm going to show you right now is going to be sent to you after the meeting today, along with some other information. Hold on. My slideshow is not appearing. Okay, there it is. Here we go. Share. All right, I'm going to start the first slide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my slides and do a lot of demonstration. I'll take some questions along the way, and then afterwards, I will help each of you as you navigate through the system here. Okay. So let me start this first slide from the beginning. All right, can everybody see the slide? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. So this is club administration training, and just a little bit about myself. Okay. So I'm from the Rotary Club of San Francisco with a classification of educator, and my name is Dora Dye, and I am currently the District 5150 Secretary, and I have been since 2020. I've been asked to continue next year, so I will remain in this role. Okay. I'm looking forward to serving you. Okay. I want to get to know each of you, but I don't think we'll have time to go and have each person introduce themselves. So when you have a question, if you wouldn't mind stating your name and classification to introduce yourself. And I have Gary Chow and David Dye here who are monitoring the Zoom. So if you have any questions, you can also post them on the chat. All right, let's get started. All right, here's today's agenda. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about some club administration basics. Okay, I'm going to take you through myrotary.org. Some of the important things that you need to know. So I know in this audience, there are club secretaries to be and club secretaries already. There are president-elects and president nominees, perhaps. So I want to help you have a successful year in the year ahead. I'm also going to take you through Club Runner, which is what the district uses and what my club uses. And I'm going to talk a little bit about DAC-DB, which some clubs use. I have a user account, so I'm going to take you through that and show you a little bit about that. Okay. And then we'll have some hands-on training and some time for Q&A. Okay, so feel free to ask questions. Don't think any question is silly because probably somebody else has the same problem and isn't aware of it. All right. He's not? Oh, is everybody else seeing my slides?
I see the first page.
Oh, okay. When I navigate, you're not seeing it? Because
Maybe not.
No, just the
No,
first
I
page.
just see the first page, Dora.
Just the introduction
Yeah.
page.
Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me stop share. And okay, so let me see. Right. Let me go back here. share. PowerPoint slide. All right, now do you see this?
Yes.
Okay, everybody see it? Okay, so let me go back a couple. If I navigate, do you see today's agenda?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm sorry for all the technical problems. So let me just go back. Okay, so today's agenda, we are going to cover club administration basics, myrotary.org, Club Runner. I'm going to speak a little bit about DAC-DB, which is a software management system that some clubs are using in our district. And I'm also going to provide some hands-on demonstrations. Okay. So my next slide is, what is a club secretary? Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Then we're on the right page now. All right. This training was originally for club secretaries, but I recognize in different clubs, everybody has a different role. So your title might not be secretary. You might be doing all this work. So when I joined my club in 2016, I immediately became involved in a lot of this work, and I never carried the title of secretary, and then I did for 2 years. But nevertheless, I continue to play that role in many of my so, sorry, that's I'm sorry for that. Okay, so I continue to play all these roles, and I recognize that in some clubs, this role is shared among a few people. So as a club secretary or a club administrator, you are, number one, a communicator. You are the information source for your club. And who you communicate with are probably some of these people. Okay, so you communicate with your members. I know when in our club, or even now in the district, when people are stuck on something, the first thing to do is to contact me, even though I have nothing to do with it. But they know that I will be somebody that will find somebody else to help them with the problem. You are the contact with RI. You are a very important person if you are a club secretary, because RI will send you communication that you need to share with your club. That includes things which we'll talk about later, like the invoice or any announcements or any programs that are coming up. You are the face for the public. The people, you are the one that interacts with the public. The district will contact you and ask you things like, we need to find somebody in your club, and they will expect you to help. And of course, the club officers will depend on you all the time to come up with the information. Okay. All right, so communication is often a two-way exchange. It's an opportunity for you also to gather information. So I learn a lot of things by talking to other people that somebody in my club failed to tell me. And then I go and investigate a little bit more. All right, you are also the club administrator. So you're the person in charge of managing others and the club itself. Okay. All right. What are some of the things? If you are a club secretary, Corey, or a club administrator, I think the first thing you need to do at this point, we're in the month of May. If you're going to start your year in July, you need to learn the job. And where can you learn the job? You can learn the job by taking classes, okay, such as what you're doing right now. Okay. And we have quite a few opportunities. So this is one of them. RI has an online course, myrotary.org/learn. I'll take you there in a minute. Okay. Let me stop share. And I'm going to go to that particular site. All right, I'm going to take you through myrotary.org/learn. Share my screen. Where is that? Myrotary.org. All right, this is myrotary.org/learn. Oh, I have to log in. I'll log in. I'll go over the login in a few minutes. High-speed internet here. Here we go. Okay. It's also very long. So where I took you to is my.rotary.org/learn. It's loading. There we go. So it's not obvious once you get here, where do I go? Okay, look at all these choices. You can have all these courses about my Rotary, club leadership, district leadership, so on, public image. Where do I want to go? So where you want to go is you want to go to club leadership view. Okay. Has everybody seen this? Okay. Sorry. Let me share my screen again. Why is it stuck on that? You can now see your application. That's good. New share. Stop share. It's stuck on the PowerPoint. Anybody have an idea? Yeah, I mean, the PowerPoint is the display for the audience, but I want to show them my Rotary. So
Is it under learning and reference, learn by role?
yes.
Okay, I'm going there now.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to show everybody as well. So I have. So everybody has seen this? Everybody? You are seeing Club Center. Oh, okay. That's what I'm looking up here and getting all worried. Oh, good. Okay. So we're in the right spot. Okay. So let me go back. Okay. I'm looking at the screen back here. So when you get to my.rotary.org/learn, you're going to click on Club Leadership. And it'll load, and then you will see, okay, so the course that you want to take is Club Secretary Basics, okay, and maybe there's some other courses that you want to take, but there are 12 classes here, okay. It will take a total, if you go through them nonstop, 4 hours and 30 minutes. But I did them one at a time, so like, 30 minutes a shot or something like that. And then afterwards, you get a nice certificate, okay. But you're going to learn a lot on how to use my Rotary through that program. So this is something you can do on your own. All right, let me stop share. Let me go back to my slide. Share screen, PowerPoint. Okay, now I know what I'm looking at. All right, so except I'm not there. All right, here's my slideshow. Okay, back to here. Okay. So let's talk about the first steps. So after you've taken some training, okay, you want to talk to the person who currently has this role, okay, and get information, get the club records. Okay. You want to meet your incoming club officers and plan a year. So at our club, we usually have a retreat with the incoming officers and the continuing officers to sort of transition the information. And then I just want to give you a year ahead glance, okay, so that you can think ahead. So this is how I plan my year. Okay, in June, okay, May or June. Now you sort of prepare your mindset that you're going to do this job. Okay, and you start the Rotary year in July. In November, you're going to, you've already had a few months into your year. You're going to start thinking about who will take over. Okay. Yes, you have to start thinking about it that early. Okay. Usually in December, we elect the new officers and board members for the following year. We have a staggered term so that we always have some people who will do their 2 years and will remain on. And then we have a group that will finish their 2 years and they need to be replaced. In December and June, I spend the time reconciling the membership with RI. I want to make sure that what RI has, we have, and I'll show you through reconciliation. The reconciliation is making sure that the data matches on both ends. Okay. In January, I'll show you where you can go and update the executives. So RI does want to know, starting in January, who your leaders will be for the following Rotary year. And so does your district governor-elect, who is now planning the year ahead and needs these people to go in, needs the president-elects particularly to go in and set up their goals. In order for them to do that, you need to have enrolled them as the officers for the coming year. Otherwise, my Rotary won't work. In March, we usually have a district assembly. So we just had a real great one in person. And in April, I would work with the incoming secretary. Okay. And then in June, that job gets passed on and then the whole thing repeats. So this is a good plan that we have, and it's worked really well for us. And so I'm sharing it with you. You may vary it a little bit, but at some point, yes, probably in January, the district's going to say, who is going to be your president next year? Who's going to be your secretary next year? Who's going to be your treasurer? And so on. All right. What are some of the things that a club secretary or club administrator does? Well, of course, keep records, perform corporate duties. So I've filed documents, for example, with the California Secretary of State because we are a corporation. Okay. I've kept agendas, minutes, reports. I've managed the club's data, which you're going to get a lot of training on today. I've reported data to RI and the district. Okay, so if the district wants to know how many members we have, why are their invoices isn't paid, I answer to that. If RI needs verification, for example, a member went in and changed something, but it's not synchronized, I will be contacted. What else does the secretary or administrator do? Okay, well, some mundane things, but important things. Check the mail. Okay. Check the club's email. Okay. Forward the mail. Respond to the mail. Respond to phone calls. People do call. Okay. Do meeting check-in, meeting attendance. Okay. Meeting attendance. Rotary used to require every Rotarian to show up once a week for a Rotary meeting, or in some cases, some clubs were even fining people for not showing up. That has kind of changed over time. Excuse me. We are now happy that people will engage in some way, but I still take attendance because I want to find out why some people aren't attending our meetings at all. If they're not engaged, eventually we'll lose them. So I like to find out if we're not matching their interests or if there's a challenge of some sort. But reaching out is very important to maintain our members these days. Order stuff, other duties as assigned. Okay. All right. I want to add another topic for you to think about. Okay, so no doubt we are all on data overload. Okay, and all of our data is stored on the devices that we carry around. Okay, but they're only of use to you, and in the long run, we need to have some of that data for historical purposes, so that not only for your club but for your successor, who can find things and not have to reinvent the wheel. So our club has started to use some of these methods to store our data. And I'd like you just to think about that. So the district has purchased a box account. There isn't much in it. The issue is that we asked people to provide information, and that's where we're stuck. We can't get the information from them. Okay. Dropbox has been around longer than the box, and it's a resource that maybe some of you use at your jobs or you're familiar with it. Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive are some of the other choices, and there are plenty more. I went online last night to look at some of the possibilities, and it was kind of endless, the choices. All right. Let's go into logging into my.rotary.org. Okay, you can follow along if you want to. So it's as simple as that. Okay, your login is your email address. This is important. Okay, some people forgot which email address are we talking about. Okay, because you no doubt have a work email, a home email. Okay, I think I have several different jobs, so I have 5 different emails. I have to think which one it is. It's the one that you use for Rotary. You should choose one email. And RI is very sensitive about your email address. If you change it, okay, they will probably contact all over to make sure that that's what you want, because that is your login. So so you are the only one who can change your email address with RI. Nobody else can do that. Okay. I also want to talk to you about how to contact Rotary International and the password. So your password should be something that you'll remember. Okay. So people contact me all the time and say, oh, I forgot my password for my Rotary. I can't help you with that. I don't work there. I don't have any access to that information. You would have to contact them to reset it. Okay. So you have to remember it. One thing that has helped me is I sort of pick a password that I will easily remember, but will be hard for somebody else to remember. So it's got to be something that you have, okay, and write it down somewhere. I'm also going to show you, so I'm going to stop the slideshow again, and I'm going to go back to, this is where. A lot of windows open today. All right, I'm going to go to, I'm already logged in. All right, so I'm going to share my screen again, and this time I'm in myrotary.org. Yes, okay. You'll know you're logged in because your name is on the top right-hand corner. Okay, and one of the important places to go is down here where it says contact us. Does everybody see that? Okay. So contact us is an important place to go. So if you are stuck on myrotary.org, okay, hold on a second. It also takes a little while for it to load. Come on, come on. Let me refresh it. There we go. I think. There's a lot of images on here. So, okay, here we go. Does everybody see where it says World Headquarters on my screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So the toll-free number or the other number, Chicago is 2 hours ahead of us. So you can get up at 6 in the morning and you can call and somebody will be there. That's a good place to ask a question. Okay, so I recommend calling. The other thing you can do is you can go in and fill out this little sheet. Okay, people do get back to you. Okay, I've done this a couple of times because what I do is I want some feedback from them. And I also, when they respond, a name will come with it. And I keep that name. And the next time I have a question, I'll go back and ask that same person. And they'll usually say it's not me, but at least somebody talked to me, and then they will refer me to the next person. So you really have to be patient with them, but they do get back to you. Okay. All right, let me stop share. Show screen again. Go back to my slideshow. Okay, it's working. Get my slideshow back. All right, so logging into my Rotary. Any questions? Anybody have any questions? All right, let me move on. All right, I already took you through the Learning Center. Okay, so you saw that there was not only training for club secretaries, but training for a lot of other roles, whatever role you're taking. Okay, it's convenient. They generally work. Their webinars are already pre-taped, so you're not waiting for somebody else to log in or join a class. Okay, anytime you have some downtime, log in. Okay. All right, let's talk about club administration. So I'm going to show you on my.rotary.org how to manage your member data. If you are a club that does not use Club Runner or DACDB, okay, that will be your only choice. Okay, also managing your data, managing your finances. Managing, if you are a sponsor of a Rotaract club or Interact club, managing that information. Okay, there are also forms there, club invoices, and your correspondence from Rotary International. So let's go right there. Okay, hold on a second. Share screen. Okay, let's get out of this. Contact us. Yes. I don't have a secret question. Huh?
For security purposes, like what's your mother's maiden name? Basically, you have to give them an answer when you sign, when you register. When you sign in randomly, it'll ask you that. Or like with me, I changed my email address once. For like half a year, they asked me that question over.
So is this person not read in here now?
Once it's online with us. It's just whenever they're trying to confirm. getting access to my Rotary? Question.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have your secret answer for you, but I will tell you that you should contact Rotary International, see if you can get that to stop. I've not ever been asked for a secret answer.
You have to start over. That's what-
Yeah, okay, then that's the answer.
Wow.
That's terrible, but that's true.
Yeah, she should print what's in it. I've read this before. Also, go look for- But it's online.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go back to, I'm sorry, I do have an audience here as well, okay. So let me go back here. So I'm in my Rotary, okay, and my view might be, I think you should all have the same thing. So you're gonna go here to manage, okay, and you're gonna pull down a little bit, okay, let's see, manage. And you'll see club administration, okay? I have some other views because the items that you won't be able to access should usually be grayed out, okay? So you can't even open them, okay? But you're gonna all go to club administration. Okay. If you're an administrator. Get in there. Yeah, my Rotary. So manage, club administration. Nothing's happening here. Oh, here we go. Okay. The internet here is slow. Something is slow. Because I've clicked on the right place. It's just not going there. Manage club administration. Okay. All right. Okay. I just don't see anything on my screen. It's just all blank. Okay. Come on. Try again. Still waiting for it to load. Here we go. All right. So you'll get this menu that says club administration. Okay. So you can view your club's invoice here. If, like, say the club didn't get their invoice, or you want to have it sent to different places, you can go here. Okay. But I wanted to show you add, edit, or remove a member. Okay. So some of the things that you want to go here. Now, you will have privileges to add, edit, or remove a member if you are a club secretary or a club president. Okay. Otherwise, you won't. So I'm taken directly to the club I belong to. Okay. And so if I want to add a member, okay, so let's say somebody's going to join our club. Okay. I can add the member via email. Okay. Use their email. Okay. If they are a member from another club who wants to transfer from from their club to our club, I will put in their member ID. This way, there's no interruption in their membership from Rotary. They're simply switching clubs. Okay. So I'll do all these things and then I'll search for the member. Okay. If you didn't find the member, they probably are a brand new member, and then you'll just start with entering their name and their email address. Okay. And that's how you would add a member. Okay. I'm going to go back. Okay. You can manage club officers. Okay. You can download a member list. Okay. So here are some of our members. Okay. So let me go back. I think the back key is the easiest thing. All right. Another thing, I'm going to get out of this, go back to the main menu. Club details. All right. I'm going to try that again. It's the, here we go. All right. So we went through club member data. You can also add and edit. So for example, somewhere during the club year, one of our officers stepped down and somebody else stepped in their place. I could edit here, but I'm going to also show you later on how to do that on Club Runner and then have it synced into my Rotary. Okay. You can update your club data. So for example, our club just this past year moved to a new location. When we started meeting in person again. So you would update like what time your club meets, where it meets. And also, I haven't been getting these lately. I haven't been, I'm not the current club secretary, but we get a lot of information about membership leads. So somebody contacts Rotary International and says, we'd like to join a club in San Francisco. Okay. And RI will send that information to the club secretary, and then we'll contact that person. Okay. My husband David knows more about these two, but a Rotarac, we can update our Rotarac club officers, add or edit a Rotarac member. Okay. And we can update what Rotarac and Interac clubs we sponsor. Okay. I'm not familiar with any of these other things. If you're looking for forms for giving, okay, there are lots of forms here, lots and lots of forms. Okay. Anyway, this is the club administration part of the course. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
This is Lisa Choi. I'm from San Rafael Harbor.
Hi, Lisa.
Okay, so I'm on that page where we went from manage to club administration.
Yes.
All I can see is club finances, club sponsorships, club giving, forms, and instructions. Should I be seeing the club and member data? I don't see that.
Okay, what role do you have now?
I'm incoming secretary.
Okay, you won't see it until July 1st.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
And it'll just pop up.
Yes, I'll show you later on. We want to make sure you're registered as the secretary though.
Okay. I'm sure I'm not just yet because I'm taking this class. So first step,
Okay.
take the class.
Okay.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Let me go forward and so show you something else here. Okay. So let me stop share. I'm going to go back to my slide. Okay. All right. So I just took you through the club administration part of that. Okay. So now I want to take you to Rotary Club Central. Okay. And that's an important part to make sure that you are given permission to go to this area. You have to be given permission to get to Rotary Club Central. Okay. And that's where a president-elect would enter goals. Okay. You as a club secretary would probably enter your service activity hours. Okay. And then other resources, and you can generate reports as well. Okay. Let me stop share. share screen. Go back to, where's that? My road. All right, so I'm back in my Rotary. Okay. And if you go to the very bottom of your screen, no, it's not there. Okay, so I'm going to go to the home page. And hit home. There we go, my Rotary. Okay. And I'm going to go down here to the bottom where it says online tools, and you'll see Rotary Club Central there. All right, so what can I see in Rotary Club Central? Rotary Club Central starts out with, it's an important place. It's your dashboard. Okay, so I'll show you what this is. Okay, this information only appears because of things that you have done elsewhere on myrotary.org. Okay, so this is not a place where you can input any information. It's what you have done in the past. So this kind of shows our membership trends. Our membership has gone up, but then now it's gone down. Okay, and this breaks it down into gender. Okay, so we have male and female. Okay, looks like we have more males in our club. Okay, and okay, so Herb, I keep hearing you guys. Okay, so our age trends. Okay, and our annual fund trends. So in order to get these bars to move up and down, there are things that you have to do. So like, for example, our annual fund trends and our projects. Okay, in order for these bar charts to go up, okay, I have to go into a place like service activities. Okay. And so under service activities, I have to name our projects. Okay, so I'll just go in and pick a project here. So we sponsor a program called the Homeless Prenatal Program, where we help homeless mothers find homes and also so on. So we have an activity where we usually gather together to stuff diaper bags and then hold a baby shower for these mothers. Okay, and we will input. So I will go in here and input how much we projected, what we achieved, how much money we put in, and how much money we actually gave, or how much money we projected we would give and how much we actually gave, how many hours we thought we would spend, and how many hours we actually spent. And then I would hit save. Okay. And then if I go back to the dashboard, okay, if I go back here, okay, this chart is going to go up and down based on the activity that has been put in. Okay, why is this important? Okay, well, later on in the year, if you want to qualify for the Rotary Citation and your goal was set to achieve a certain amount, okay, or I can go here and look at this chart and see that you've been collecting the data. Goals Center is a very important place for your president-elect to go in and enter the goals for the coming year. Okay, and then you'll keep track of, how the goals are achieved. Resources. Okay, there is a lot of training here. Okay, so if you don't remember how to set a goal in Rotary Club Central, okay, there's information here. If you don't remember how to record service activities, there's a step-by-step visual guide. Okay, so not only does it tell you what to do, but it also gives you a picture of what your screen should look like. So lots of resource guides. Okay, reports. Okay, I have my access to club reports. I have access to district reports. So for example, I can find out the 5-year history of membership for the whole district for each club. Okay, but you will probably only be able to see the club reports. All right. So that's my Rotary Rotary Club Central, a very important place. Stop share my PowerPoint again. All right, let me move on. All right, Rotary Citation. Okay, like I said, I'm going to provide you with the link. Okay, but every year the president of Rotary International sets up guidelines for how a club can achieve the Rotary Citation, and usually it's criteria that you set up. So the last couple of years, because of COVID, the Rotary International President's guidelines have been a little more loose in allowing clubs to sort of set their own goals and how to achieve this. Okay. And so this award is given out at the end of the Rotary year, but the criteria is usually available in January of this year. So for example, in January 2022, the current RI president said these are the guidelines, and so we have until June to get there. So you can take a look here. What is posted on this link here is the current guidelines. Okay. All right, some more information. How I'm doing at time. Okay. I think you should stay current. Okay. You need to explore the RI website periodically. Okay. You should check for the tools. You could take some training, watch videos. Another place, which I'm not going to take you through this much because it's mostly our PI, public image section that handles that, the Brand Central. Okay. It's important for you to understand Rotary branding because we take our logo seriously, and we need to put it in appropriate places and in appropriate ways. And because it's a very important symbol of our being Rotarians. There are other resources that you might want to take a look at. So I'm going to take you now to our district website, okay, and keep track of district news and district events. Okay, our district's been very persistent in contacting you by email, but a lot of times there are things on the website for you to watch as well. All right. My next topic today is going to be on Club Runner. Okay, so which clubs use Club Runner, and what are the consequences if you don't? Okay, and then how to log into Club Runner and your access level. So let me stop share for a second and all right, I wanted to take you somewhere and show you. All right, let me get out of PowerPoint. I'm going to go to the next window here. All right, I want to show you a chart. All right, I have a chart here. This was developed by Club Runner. Club Runner is one of the, can everybody see that? Yeah, all right. Club Runner is a tool for us to manage our data. Okay, so we don't always have to go to my.rotary.org. Okay, you can do a lot more with Club Runner than you could do on My Rotary. My Rotary, you can only do the items that we saw earlier. Okay. But on Club Runner, you can also have a website. Okay, you can engage members, you can publicize your activities, you can open registration to events. Okay, so what I have here is I have a list of all of the clubs in our district, okay, every single one. Okay, and you'll see on the left-hand side, okay, there's an orange house, and then there's a gray house, and then there are some clubs where there is no house, like San Francisco Bayview. Okay, no house whatsoever. Okay, the website, the house means that this club has a website. Okay, and the no house means they have no home, no website. Okay, so Daly City is another one. Okay, so the orange house means that you have a Club Runner account. Okay, and the gray house means you don't. Okay, you have a website, but you don't have a Club Runner account. Okay, so we think those clubs might be DAC-DB or nothing. Okay, and then we have Daly City and Colmer, for example, or San Francisco Bayview. We don't know what they have. Okay, because we can't find out. Okay, so that's what's important here is that, okay, there are differences in whether you're at one club or another. Okay, so for example, okay, I know in San Carlos, okay, they have a Club Runner account website, and then they have their own website. So some clubs, even though Club Runner gave them a website, don't use it. They don't use their own website. Okay. So I'm going to show you in a few minutes what this all means. Okay. So let me stop share. Okay. And I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. And I'm going to talk about from current slide. Okay, so am I back on my PowerPoint? Am I back? Okay, let me stop share and oh, I see. It's showing something else. Don't save. Okay, let me open up my slide again. All right. Back to Zoom and share again. Share screen. It has to be this one, PowerPoint slide. Here we go. How's that? Can you see Club Runner?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I just showed you which clubs use Club Runner. Okay. There are no major consequences. Okay. The only issue is that if you're part of the district, okay, and you need to go to the district site to use their Club Runner account. So how do you log into Club Runner? Okay, so let me go into the district. Okay, actually, before I do that, since I have to so much navigating, I'm going to go through some of the information and I'm going to take you there. So I'm going to show you how to access Club Runner. Okay. Do you see Club Runner agenda as the next slide? Okay. All right. I'm going to talk to you about how you update your club executives. Okay. How you input your membership data. Okay. How you integrate with RI. Okay. How you can get the Club Runner app for your phone. Okay. And some other training purposes. Right now, there's some training going on with Club Runner that you can take advantage of. Okay. So I'm going to stop share on that, and I'm going to go to the district site first. All right, Zoom, share screen. All right, this is the district, Rotary District 5150. Okay, you will know what your club is using, because if you're using a Club Runner site, it will have up here on the top right, member login. Okay, and it's the same if you're using DACDB, it would have at the top right. Okay, I'll take you there in a little bit later this morning to log in. So you're going to go in and click on the login. And you'll get this message, Club Runner. It'll ask you for your username and your password. Okay, so the username that Club Runner created is usually like your first name dot, your last name dot, and then a number. Okay, that number is the number that's part of your club. Now it's true, you could go in and change your username. Okay, I don't recommend that. Because then, we have to look up further. So somebody who has an access level 30 in your club can go in and look up what is your username. Okay. And then your password is one that you create. Okay. And if you forgot your password, I do have full Club Runner administrative privileges. So I can go in, I don't know what your password is. All I can do is reset it. Okay. And I'll probably reset it to Rotary 123, and then you'll have to change it again, and you'll have to remember it this time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, so you'll see my name and our club's number, and then the password shouldn't show up. And then I log in. You know that you have logged in successfully because now up here on the top right-hand corner, your name will appear. Okay, that's how you will know. Okay, and then you will click on the member area. Okay. And it will say, welcome back. Okay, now, for most of you who don't have all these privileges, you're going to have just a lot of these options grayed out, which means that if you click on them, nothing will happen. Okay, I have full access, so I can view. Okay, so for example, I can go in here to view membership. Okay, so for example, membership. Okay. So probably an important place. Okay. And so under membership, clubs and membership, whether your club uses Club Runner or not, because the district uses it, you kind of have a Club Runner account. It's loading. There we go. Okay, so I can view all this information for every single club in our district. Okay. And this is where I find out information, like, for example, again, the clubs that don't have a website have nothing here. Okay. But let's take a look. So I looked yesterday. Okay. So you see there's a category for the internal website and the external website. Okay. So an internal website looks like this. Okay, so I'm using San Carlos as an example. Okay, so this is the website that Club Runner created. It's a Club Runner based website that San Carlos has. Okay, and then let me get out of that. And then if I go to the external website, okay, this is the one that the Rotary Club of San Carlos created on their own. Okay, it looks like an official Rotary club. Okay, but it doesn't have the Club Runner login information. Okay, now some clubs have kept their external website to use because they have somebody in their club who knows how to manage that one better. And but then their members hardly ever go into Club Runner since it's not put in there. And I think that all you have to do is somehow add a link in your website that says to go into Club Runner, go here. Okay. But otherwise, when you purchase Club Runner, a subscription to Club Runner, it provided you with a shell, and you can use that shell to create the website. So for example, our club uses Club Runner internally, externally. So this is the only place I go to. And it has the member login at the top here. Okay. And it has the ability for us to add all kinds of information, and it's an official Rotary website. Okay. If you have DACDB, okay, they have the same service. Okay. So they would provide you with a shell to use for your website, and you could populate it. Okay. Or you can create your own, but you will be able to do a member login there. All right, let me go back to the district website. Okay, so some things I was going to show you. Let me just pick a, I'll just pick my club. Members. Now, in order for you to do a lot of things, you have to have an access level. Okay, so for example, there are different access levels. All members are given the access level of 70, which means they can view their membership data. Okay. People who have a 50 level are usually like our club president, who can do a little bit more. And then people who have a 30 level usually are the ones who can do everything on Club Runner. So let me stop share. I'll go back to my slide and I'll show you that. Okay, so here's the access level slide. Okay, so 70 is all members can edit their own profile. Okay, so you want your members to be able to edit their information, because if they move, you don't want to deal with it. Okay, they let them do it. 50, you can view more. Okay, maybe you can do a few more things. Okay, 30, you can do everything. Okay, now who can give you this access level? The person who can give you the access level would be the one who has the 30 level currently. Okay, so you could pass it down to someone. Okay, if you are a club, if you don't have a Club Runner account on the district side, okay, you really have to wait for when it's your turn in July 1st, Club Runner will make the switch for you. You internally can't make that. So internally, you can indicate who the officers are, and Club Runner will grant that permission. But if you are a Club Runner user, if you use Club Runner, you can add that information in yourself. Okay, so let me stop share and I'll show you how to change that. Oops. screen. Somebody entered the waiting room. It's me. Okay. I'm here. Okay, so now somebody shut off my camera. Okay, here we go. All right, so let me share my screen again. So I'm going to go back to Club Runner. Club Runner, share. All right, so I'm in my club's account, okay, and so because I have 30 levels, so I'll just pick somebody. Okay, so I'll pick Katie. Okay. I don't know Katie that much. Anyway, so what I would do is I would go to Katie's account and I would go to settings. Okay, and then I would edit and change her access level from 70 to 30. So I click edit, and then I pull down. Actually, oh, I know why. Okay, on the district side, because I'm a Club Runner account, I can't do that. Okay, I can't do it from the district account. I'll show you later when I get into my own account, in our club's account, but I can do it on there. So, yes. Yes.
How does one find out what their access level is?
Okay, so on here you can, let me go back. Okay. We'll just go to, go back again. Get out of this completely. Completely. I'm going to go into this menu here. No, not this one. Not this one. Okay, let me go back to membership, clubs and memberships. Okay, so let's just go into your account, the San Francisco Chinatown Club. Okay, I'm going to go into members. And you'll see there's a list here. So everybody so far is a 70 in your club. Okay, somebody needs to be a 30 in here. You're all 70s. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can change somebody. So Liz, you want me to make you 30? Am I-
No one 30 in your club? No.
Nobody's a 30. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can go into Liz's account. I don't think I can do that from the district side. Okay, because I tried it, and even in my own club, I can't do it on the other thing. So I would go into settings, okay, and I would go into edit, and there would be a drop down here, and 70, 50, and 30 would appear here, and that's how it would here. But let me see, I'll show you. Let me. I need to log out of the district here. I'm going to log out, leave. I'll show you on the Rotary Club of San Francisco. So
Well, the question is the whole club, no one's a 30. but
Yeah.
no one can make the
no one can make the change.
So how can they do that? There's a contact club runner?
Yes, there's your contact club runner. I'll show you how to, yeah, contact club runner. Okay.
Because you're saying we don't actually have.
Yes, I know. You don't.
Still have to call the club
you-
runner.
Well, let me find the answer for that for you, because
That goes back to before I was president. They said they had to enter my goal because
okay. You're right. You can't get in, but I'm wondering, basically, you're not even a customer of Club Runner because you have nothing. Okay.
you have nothing because for your districts like.
Okay. And you're not alone in that. So let's figure out, I'll ask Club Runner that question today. How does somebody has to be at 30, and how can you do that? So now I'm in the Rotary Club of San Francisco. I'm going to go into the member area. It looks pretty similar. Okay. And I'm going to go into membership, okay, member lists. And so here are all of our members, okay, and I'm going to go back to the same member that I was messing around with. Okay, so I'm going to go into her account. And I'm going to go to settings. Hopefully it works this time. Okay, and I'm going to click edit. And if I drop down, there they are. Okay, so there's a 30. There's a 40 for president. There's a 50 for club executive. There's a 60 for editor. There's a 90 for no access. You don't want to do that. Or an 80 for a restricted member. So there's all these categories. So all I have to do is choose one for her. Okay, and then she is it. Okay. Okay. So it works if you have a club runner account. But let me ask the question that hasn't come up before because I have found everybody had somebody who had a 30 in their account. So you're the two new questions. So I will ask that question. Yes. Good question.
And there's a request that if a question comes from in here, repeat it because they can't hear you online.
Oh, okay. That's right. You guys don't have your mics on. All right. So the question that was being asked was, what if nobody in my club has a 30 to give somebody else that 30 access level? Okay. So that's a question I'm going to ask. You can only do that if you have a club runner account. Somebody has to have a 30 in there. Okay. But what about the clubs who don't have a club runner account and have to go into the district account? Okay. And who would have 30 access level? So let me find out that answer and I will send it out to everybody once I get an answer from Club Runner. Okay. All right, let's go back here. I have to go back to my slide now to see what else I hadn't shown you. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the slide. All right, so we went through the Club Runner agenda. Okay, we went through using Club Runner a little bit. Okay, and one of the differences that we just saw between the Club Runner account on your club and the Club Runner in the district is that I can't change somebody's access level there. Okay, I can only change my own club, and that's a security feature. Okay, logging into Club Runner. Okay, your Club Runner is usually your first name, your last name, first dot, and then your number. Okay, you can change your username, but some of the reasons would be, you know, sometimes we want to associate you with a particular club and it would be harder to do it that way. Anybody who has a 30 access level can go into your account and reset your password. We don't know what your password is. Okay. Your login for your club and district Club Runner will be the same. Okay. Club Runner only has one account for you. Okay, so it's not like, gee, I'm on the district, I'm going to log in a different way. Okay, it's the same way to log in. Okay, you just have to remember to go where you're going to go. Your access levels. Okay, so I will find out about the access. Okay, but again, your access levels have limitations. There's some things that you can't do and you can do, okay, because you don't have a Club Runner account. Okay, let's talk about updating the club executives. Okay, so you log into the member area, you find your organization and executives and directors. Okay, so I can show you on the club side and I can show you on the district side. So, and then what else was I going to do? Updating membership data. Okay. And then RI integration. Okay, so let's do those three things. Okay, so let me stop share. Okay, so since I'm already logged into the club, I'm going to go back to my club, wherever that is. Okay, so here's the club. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to organization. Here we go, organization. Okay. And I'm going to click on executives and directors. It's loading. Okay, these are the current officers for our club this year. Okay. And so, as I said earlier, in January, you should start to identify who your officers are going to be for the following year. So you just go up here and you click next year, and a menu should open up. Okay, so I've already done it for the next year. So I have everybody populated, okay, except we have one opening. Okay. And then if for some reason you know the year beyond, it does allow you to do that. Okay. We do have our president-elect nominee already. Okay, so we've put him in here. Okay. And so once you've done this, okay, this information synchronizes if you have a Club Runner account to RI. Now, Sonny can start inputting goals when it's his time comes up. If you don't do that, then RI says, well, you don't have a person. We just don't allow anybody else to go in there and access that information. Okay, so that's where you can go. Now, if you don't have a Club Runner account for your own, okay, so let me stop share. Hold on, and let me log out of this and go back to here. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the Rotary 5150. I'll share my screen again. Okay. I've been going on for 10:30 until 10:30. Do you want to take like a quick break too? Okay, so let me show you this and then we'll take a quick break. Okay. All right, so we can see Rotary 51. Okay, so I'm going to log in again. Same login as if you were logging in on the club. All right, so I'm going to go into the member area. I'm going to go into, once you get there, I'm going to go to organization. And actually, it shows up better in the clubs and memberships here. So it's a different place for the district site. Okay, but you'll find it should be under organization. Clubs and membership. Come on, it's loading. All right, so wherever it says executives here, okay, so I'll just pick Rotary Club. I'll pick South San Francisco. Okay. Because Gary's here. And so here are the current officers. Okay, so for next year, have they done it? They have not. Okay, so there's nobody here. Okay, so you have a president next year, don't you, Gary? Brian Orth. Okay, so I'll do it for you. Okay, so we're going to click edit. And then it'll say president, and you has a drop down menu with all the possible candidates for president. Brian? Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna pick Brian, hit save. And there he is. Okay, there he is. And then you can populate the rest. Okay, it's pretty easy symptom. And so this is what your district governor-elect is going to pounce on your president. Do this, get this done. Okay, so somebody has to have access to do that. All right, let's take a break. Let's take like a 10-minute break, come back at 10:40. I need a break too. Okay, so, all right. All right, so let me go back here and share my screen. And so we were talking earlier about updating the executives. So I'm going to go back to, make sure I'm in the right menu. So Zoom, share screen. All right, so we are on the the district site, and we're looking at the Rotary Club of South San Francisco. And I just added Brian Orth as the president for 2022, 2023. And I can only do this on the district site because I'm not a member of the Rotary Club of South San Francisco. I can only do that. So if you have your own club account, it's best to go to your club account and do it there rather than do it on the district site. Okay. All right. Any questions on adding an executive or director? Okay. You can also add a position as well. I think there was a voice to ask a question. All right, none? Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to our club's website to show you the bunch of other things because it's a lot easier there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our club. Close some of these menus here. So back to the Rotary Club of San Francisco. If you have a Club Runner account, this is likely the view that you're going to be playing with. Okay. Member area. So another thing that you want to do is under membership. Okay. So we have a whole membership team in our club, and they do this. I don't do any of this. Okay. But for example, okay, I'll go to the membership list. Okay. And then you can go here to add a new member. I did that. Add new member. There we go. Okay. And you'll be given this menu. Okay, where you're going to populate this information with the member's name and any information that you have. Okay, and it will generate an account for this person. Okay, and then we usually don't turn it on until this person's fully inducted, and then we report this new member to Rotary International. So it goes directly to Rotary International. There's also a place here. Okay, in addition to adding a new member, okay, let me show you. There was a choice to transfer a new member. Okay, so somebody who is coming from another club, okay, so that their Rotary membership does not lapse, you would choose this option. So you need to have their Rotary ID, okay, and their email and so on. Now, very important, the other club needs to let them go. Okay. If they keep them on their books, okay, they are stuck in that club. And so we had this incident in our club where a member we thought had already been transferred, and we even inducted this person only to find out that his other club never let him go. So we had to contact them and say, he wants out, he wants to join us. And so the minute they terminated, we could add him. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay. Otherwise, I'll show you the next part that you would do here is something called RI integration. Okay. RI integration is where you are trying to find out if the information you have in Club Runner matches what they have in Rotary International. So for example, you may have your member living on X street and RI has them living on A street. Okay. And it's because somewhere along the line, this person moved, they changed it on Club Runner, and it was never synchronized and sent to RI. So RI still thinks they live on A street and will continue to think that way. Okay. So we go here to RI integration, and then we hit compare and synchronize. So it's a way for the two databases to communicate. Okay. So when I do that, okay, if I hit compare and synchronize, okay, I will take a look here. If at the very bottom, it says that there's a problem. So you go down to the bottom of the menu, there will be something that says, so like, for example, for that particular member that where he couldn't transfer into RI, it would say, this person's in your Club Runner account, but we can't add him into RI. And so that will be an alert, okay, that there'll be a problem. And then we will go in and fix it. Why can't we get him in there? Okay, what's wrong? Oh, it's because his other club, he's still a member of another Rotary club. RI only allows a person to be a member of one Rotary club. You can't join more than one. Okay? You can go to as many Rotary club meetings as you want to, but you can't join them. All right, I'm trying to move this Zoom thing back here. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. So I do this RI synchronization twice a year, once in December and once in June. Okay. It kind of corresponds with when RI bills us. So in December, they send you an invoice saying, these are the number of members you have and you have to pay for them. And so it's for us to check, okay, are these people still members of our club? Have they left? Because you don't want to pay for members who are not members of your club. And then in June, you'll have to get another invoice, and you want to make sure you don't pay again for people who are going to leave your club. Okay. All right, let me stop share. Go back to our slideshow. All right, so what is RI integration? Okay, you're going to do the same thing if you use DACDB. Okay, you need to make the two databases communicate with each other. Okay, and for DACDB, you would have the ability to put your information into your database and then send it over to Rotary International. All right. All right, I have on my phone, you can watch this YouTube. I'm not gonna take you through it, but it's kind of fun. I have on my phone, the Rotary app, the Club Runner app, I'm sorry, okay. And so let's say I'm out wandering around and I just need to contact a member of my club. What is their number? What is their email address? Okay, so on this Club Runner app, I can look up quickly their information. Okay, so that's what's handy about it. You can also look up some information. You can register for a meeting. It's just something to have. I would think that DACDB has a similar kind of app that put on the phone. Okay, it's not necessary. I mean, it's also something that you can also wait until you go home to do, but still, it's a nice little feature. So I provided a little YouTube video, which is actually a couple years old. And so they've updated the app a little bit, but it can give you a preview of what it has. So I use my app quite frequently because people call me and they don't leave their number and I have to go hunt them down. All right, here's some resources. Okay, so I wanted to show you about some training. Okay, so I'm going to go through each of these just to get you through them. Okay, so let me copy this way. Wait a minute. Let me stop share so that the video doesn't move. Back one. Oh, I know. I can't do it on this view. Wait a minute. Nope. Nope, I don't want to do that. Is there a way that I click on it and it'll open up? Let me see. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to take you through each of these. So bear with me as I open them up. They will appear somewhere. Okay, so the first one I'm taking to, you will get all these links. Okay, this is the website for Rotary 5150 training. So all of these are training videos that have been posted that our district has put on. So right now, today's session is being recorded. And when the video is available, I will share that with you as well, but it will be posted here, okay, under rotary5150.org/page/training, okay. And so I did several of my trainings are here. So here's the one I did last year, okay, there's me, okay. Here's Club Secretary Part 2, okay, Part 1. And then I think the ones I did back in 2020 are all here. Okay. You're welcome to look at these. I don't know when if they'll ever be taken down, but they are here. Okay. So that's a place to go. Okay. And so the one that will be done today will eventually be posted here as well. Okay. So that's one place to go. Okay. Let me go back to my slide and click on the next link. Next link. All right. Here's the next link. Does everybody see changeover training?
Yes.
Okay. What is changeover training? Well, that's what we're doing right now. Okay. We are in the position between May, June, and July to change over from the old leadership to the new leadership every Rotary year. So this is Club Runners training module. So from May 5th, which is a couple days ago, through May 21st, these are all the trainings. Club Runner Essential. You have to log in. Club Runner is located in Toronto, Canada, and you can join them. So like it starts at 6 their time, be 3 o'clock our time. Okay. And you can just log in and you'll meet Mickey, who's a great person at Club Runner, and Sean, and they will train you on how to do something like, for example, how to find your website online, basic navigation, exploring all the top menu tabs. Okay, and this is recorded. So if you don't go somewhere, probably late June or July, they will say, here are all the links. Okay, and you can watch them whenever you want to. But if you want to join them live, okay, and ask them questions, that's why they're there. There's a training on May 6th. There's even one today, okay. It's happening right now, okay, because it's 12 noon, so it's the same time as here. There's one on Monday, there's one on Tuesday, and so on and so on, all the way through the 21st, okay. They're not going to present the links until after this is over, but if you have time and you want to learn more about Club Runner, so not all of these are for you, like for example, district training for district executives. I'd recommend that for our district executives. They have specifically how to use the district site, okay, attendance, membership management, a whole bunch of stuff. Excellent. I highly recommend it. Okay. The first year that we were through this pandemic, and I was stuck at home, I attended every one, okay, because what else was there to do? Okay. This past year, I've been so busy, I can't, so I'll just wait for their webinars to come out. Okay. All right, and then one more, let me click on the next one. All right, what I have here, this is an important site, okay. This is the link that you would go to if you have a Club Runner problem and you are stuck, okay. So it's the help, no, I don't want that. I don't want the PowerPoint. Okay, so you fill in your name and then whether you want support in club or district, okay, and send it in. Now, you have to have an account, okay. So what you would probably do here is I put in here, like I'm with Rotary Club of San Francisco, or I put in I'm with Rotary District 5150, okay, and they'll get back to you, okay. If you're not a customer, I'm not sure, but we're all members of Rotary District 5150, and you are, and you are a member of our district, so I would do that.
Yeah, they don't have us in the database.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So you have to use it.
Yeah.
Otherwise they won't give you support.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the answer to that. All right. Question? I keep hearing a voice, but I'm not hearing the rest of it. So, all right, let me stop share. Okay, a couple more and then we are done, I think. Where's my slides? Hold on. All right, so let me go back to the slide. Share screen. All right, almost the final part. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about something called DAC DB. Okay, DAC DB is like Club Runner in that it is a program that allows you to do pretty much the same thing. Okay, so all of us are members of zones. Is it 25 and 26? Okay, we are, okay, because we are Rotary District 5150, okay, we are part of Rotary Zone 26 and 27, okay. Okay, we're part of 26?
No, we're part of 20. We just turned into 27.
Okay, well, we're part of the Rotary Zone, whatever number that might be. And our zone uses DAC DB, okay? And so I don't have admin privileges, but I can log in and you can too, okay? Anybody can create a login. I found out how easy it was. Your login is your email address for Rotary, okay? And then your password is one that you create, okay? But DAC DB is offering some training as well, okay? So let me see if I can stop share here, okay? And demonstrate a little bit for you, okay? DAC DB Rotary. Not gonna go all the way in, but so this is your DAC DB website. So it's your email and then your password, and you can log in and you get a menu to do things like add members. Okay. I was surprised our club has information in there, although our club is not actively using DAC DB. Maybe long before my time we did. I'm not sure, but that's where you can go in. And so the other thing that's if you are a DAC DB user, let me stop share. Okay, on my slide here, I'm going to go here to.
So, quick question, Dora. This is Suzanne Karch from Mission San Rafael. That
Yes.
That page you just shared, it looks
Yes.
like there is a fee for the club to join DAC DB in addition to the fee that we're already paying to Club Runner. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. It would be a whole new, it's like a separate product for them. Okay, so yes.
What would be the point of having both Club Runner and DAC DB and RI?
None.
Okay. Thank you.
There would be none. There would be no
Clarify.
reason to do that.
Thank you.
All right, let me have, okay, one more site and then we're done. Share screen. Share screen. Must be there. All right, I provided you with this link. Okay, so DAC DB realizes this is the time for the changeover, okay, and it has its pricing here, but down below there under May 10th, which is there is training as well. Okay, so they have training every Tuesday. It says here, every Tuesday, DAC-DB offers training sessions to our subscribing members. Each session is 20 to 30 minutes with 15 minutes of questions. And during sessions, we offer live written Q&A. Okay, all sessions start at 2:30 Denver time, okay, and convert to your time zone. Okay, so if you're a DAC-DB user, okay, every Tuesday they provide training, okay, on how to use their. You should not have Club Runner and DAC-DB at the same time. There's no reason for that. One is sufficient, okay. And so, okay, but they would also provide the website shell for you as well, just like Club Runner does. Okay. All right, a couple of final announcements. Okay. Go back to my slideshow. All right, my email address is here. Like I said, you'll get this slide show. I'll send it probably later this evening. Okay. I want to tell you that now that we're back in person, I know that I've gone through a lot of material today. Okay. And some of it relates to your club, some of it may not. Okay. I'd like to help everyone. And so this year in particular, I like to make an effort to get to know everybody since we are able to meet in person or on Zoom. So I'm happy to have a one-on-one session with your club for your needs as you go through Club Runner, DAC-DB, My Rotary, just to work out some of the bugs or work out things that work for you. So I don't mind that. I just need you to contact me. We'll make an arrangement. Okay, probably Zoom is useful. But then I can just focus on the needs of your club and answer any questions you might have. Other than that, Q&A. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you so much, Dora. That was great. And you did a stellar job keeping all those balls up in the air.
You get an A+.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Okay. All right.
Thank you,
this
Dora,
concludes our
very much.
Club administration training then.
Thank
Whoever
you.
stopped
Thank
recording.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.